This playoff best ball edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Draft now or play Underdog's NFL Pick'em for a chance to win 100x. Promo code SGPN at UnderdogFantasy.com for a 100% deposit match. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today.
This is Brock Purdy from Iowa State, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
That is a disgusting act. Long, Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. We've taken back to the streets, Sean.
We are back in the best ball streets. It's been a while, but yeah, Underdog. Shout out to Underdog. If you haven't signed up, what are you waiting for? Get that 100% deposit match. Promo code SGPN. Doing these playoff fantasy football best ball drafts, which are very fun. Especially to do this far out, because we were talking with producer Josh. He's like, yeah, I don't even know the matchups yet. It's like, yeah, that's what's great. Nobody knows because we don't know who's officially in the playoffs. Now, a couple teams, Eagles, 49ers, Cowboys have clinched in the NFC. I'm trying to think if Ravens have clinched in the AFC.
Are the only team.
But, you know, we have an idea. Chiefs probably going to be in there. You know, some of these other teams, Dolphins, you would imagine make the playoffs unless complete disaster happens. But very interesting because especially with like drafting fringe guys, you know, like, are you drafting Cooper Kupp because he's on the Rams? They're a 7 seed. If they get in, can they win a game? So it's a handicap of not only who do you think is going to play well in the playoffs, but also how many games is that person going to play? So let's say you think the 49ers, of course, they've locked up the Super Bowl. They have the number 1 seed. They will have a bye that first week. So that's maybe one less game they'll play versus, you know, the dream scenario is a team that plays on that first weekend makes it to the Super Bowl because you have the max number of games. And also you assume since they're winning, they're putting up points. But yeah, very fun strategy.
The biggest caveat being it's a week to week contest, not a cumulative contest.
Yeah. So Christian McCaffrey, if the 49ers have a bye the first week, getting you 0 points that first week.
Well, and so that's where the build gets interesting. You still want DFS elements again.
Yeah.
You know, that last week is going to be something of a doozy. You obviously have to get there. So making sure you don't have a whole bunch of teams that end up with first round buys, because that might be great for the Super Bowl matchup, but you lose week 1 and then it's a what if scenario. So yeah, I mean, I certainly think I would be lying if I said I've done 0 drafts. I would say I'm excited to see your reaction because I think like many years, what you end up finding is how much value it feels like you can get from these fringe guys who are total alphas. And so it really comes down to how do you construct that roster?
Yeah. Yeah, no, totally. It's very fun. I mean, I had a lot of I feel like I had some Chargers guys last year in the playoff best ball, and those teams would have been awesome, but then the Chargers lose that game and only get you that one game. Whereas if they go in against Kansas City and then all the people that had all the Jag stuff, you get those guys wiped out. So yeah, it adds. It's half like gambling, handicapping because you're handicapping which teams are going to win, advance, but also fantasy stuff too. It's a fun contest,
and that's where like the understanding the implied probability of okay, well, I mean, this team like San Francisco is going to be very chalky. They're very much implied to be there at the end. So just from that standpoint, can you take a contrarian position from just not having 49ers on your team?
Well, and there's still a couple big games here for the 1 seed. Ravens play the 49ers. Ravens also play the Dolphins. Dolphins play the Cowboys. So the top couple teams could be shifting around. And yeah, Ryan, shout out to you holding those Ravens 1 seed tickets. They look like in the catbird seat, but they have couple tough games here.
I 100%.
And they have a history of not doing well in the playoffs as well.
Even with the Falcons collapse, I'm about to have one of the better regular seasons I've ever had. And a lot of that I have to thank. I really personally want to thank Lamar Jackson and CJ Stroud for their efforts.
Oh yeah, I mean CJ Stroud, I feel like was probably your most drafted second quarterback, and he's dominating. And
and all my best ball teams are
too.
out of the fucking playoffs because he didn't play week 15.
All your
everything's done. Like I don't know if I might have 0 best ball teams remaining. So many teams sitting with just mega Houston situations. We'll see. One of the teams that may get through actually has Tannehill. So look out.
Look out.
Real quick,
tighten up.
Roster construction stuff. 5 bench spots. You got a quarterback, a running back, 2 wide receivers / tight ends. So we'll call them pass catchers, and a non-quarterback flex. So
sorry, one more time. Rattle it off.
Quarterback, running back, 2 pass catchers, and a flex. Flex just can't be a quarterback.
Okay. So what do you
5
think?
bench spots.
What do you think's the ideal?
I mean, if I'm applying basic strategy, I think you're going to want to have some smattering of single quarterback lineups. That's probably like the wild card scenario you described. Maybe not. So I would say optimal is probably like a 2-3-5 build.
2 quarterbacks, 3
running backs,
5 pass catchers.
5 pass catchers.
All right.
Maybe 2-2-6. Again, you're only starting 1 running back. So you got to think about it. Having 3 of them could potentially, so I would think that the algorithms are going to tell people that having 2 quarterbacks, 2 or 3 running backs, and 5 or 6 receivers is optimal.
Love it. All right. What's up?
I said, oh, all right.
No, I mean, I'm chomping at the bit.
I didn't know you were in love with roster construction.
No, I'm loving the opportunity to draft these teams. I'm excited. Almost as excited as when I get a hot and ready Little Caesars, the official pizza sponsor of the NFL. You can get some bonus prizes if you order online during our pizza pregame, 1 hour before and 3 hours after NFL kickoffs, plus all day Sunday. Get you some of that delicious pepperoni pretzel crust pizza. See my eyebrows popping up as I describe that pretzely crust, that golden brown with the delicious salty sprinkles on there. Pairs perfectly with that piled high pepperoni. Love me some Little C's. It's hot. It's ready. It pairs perfectly with NFL football. What more do you want? You can get it delivered or our in-store pizza portal pickup. Grab some friends and enjoy a few slices during the game. Little Caesars pizza.
So Andrew in the chat, just chiming in on the roster construction conversation. He's more. I would say he's definitely better chance of him being well read on this topic than I am.
He's saying 2-3-5,
which is what I said. Just he's confirming my initial thoughts. 3 quarterbacks, but he's saying if you're gonna stretch it to 4 running backs, maybe go 1 quarterback instead. So you don't never go. So maybe we set the floor of pass catchers at 5, and the floor of running backs at 2. That's how.
But you're only playing 1 quarterback, right?
1 quarterback spot. Okay. All right, let's bring this thing up.
Let's get it going. And so we're doing the Gauntlet, the $25 one, Ryan.
Yes, I have. It should be up here on the screen. Absolutely, looking fire. Let me put us on the screen. There we are. All right, and yeah,
hovering over the enter button.
All right, I'm gonna poke my head, and these are a little smaller, so this could be very dangerous. All right, one spot left. Can you get it, Sean? Can you get it? Can you get it?
Nope. They could not determine my location, Ryan.
All right, I'm out of here. All right, guys.
Give me a second.
Sean is being a total noob.
No, I don't know. It's don't blame me. Blame
Underdog, great technical platform. Who knows where your laptop's been? I mean, this is why we unplugged the Alexa.
Yes.
It does cause more questions to be asked. Like my draft. I mean, shout out to my DK account, which I have to revive every time I go to Vegas and come back. Are you good, Sean? Or have you shared your location?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, this is how they zero in on us. This is how they take the EMP shockwave.
Okay, I'm in. Looks like there's a bunch of spots, Ryan.
Oh wow, you went in before me. That's brave.
All right, we're in, and we got 4 spots left. So if you're watching live over on YouTube, youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast, smash the subscribe button. Get in there.
Oh, I see it filled up quite nicely.
So we almost already full. 6 teams fills up a draft. I'm surprised. I'm looking at the ADP. I'm surprised.
Well,
Josh Allen hasn't been shooting up the ranks, although he's not even guaranteed a playoff spot.
you'll notice mine is not in ADP order. I do have some rankings.
Oh wow! So Ryan has his private artisanal rankings.
You want me to pull back the curtain?
Sure.
It's just ETR's projections.
Oh, okay. So you got those loaded up. ETR honk, Ryan. All right.
They're my projection house. I outsource to them.
I am drafting at number 3, Andrew Robb drafting at number 4, Kramer at number 5. So interesting. And if you're one of the other 3 players in the chat, let us know. Oh, Ryan Baker is in the chat.
Do we know that?
Yes, he is first pick.
Oh boy, 3 shields.
Look out! He's doing battle in the streets. How do you not take Christian McCaffrey number 1 overall? Right?
Yeah. I mean, we were discussing this before the stream started, but we have Christian McCaffrey on our pros versus Joe's team. Single-handedly so we're going against the juggernaut. Our lead is slowly evaporating. They put up 48 points from their 2 running backs, and it was like James Cook and someone else who had a mega day. Guess what we had? McCaffrey and Cordero Patterson put up the same amount of points. So that's how good. I bet I'm not even paying attention. Hold on.
The draft has started, Ryan.
I realized I'm not in the draft anywhere where I can actually click.
Christian McCaffrey, Debo Samuel go. I'm on the clock. Do I go CeeDee Lamb?
Oh, come on, dude.
Jalen Hurts, Tyreek Hill.
What are we doing here? You playing games with everyone.
Oh, I'll take Rare Breed Untamed. Jalen Hurts. Let's go, baby.
Nice. I wonder what Andrew Robb would do here.
This is interesting. Andrew Robb on the clock after me, and he's going CeeDee Lamb. But he calls himself a Commanders fan. CeeDee Lamb.
This is tough because I feel like Tyreek and Lamar are both guys who I could easily find myself one and done with, but you can't. I have to take Tyreek Hill. That's one thing I learned in this draft.
Yeah,
hard to pass on Tyreek Hill at the end of the first round. Sean, I'm sure you're just crossing your fingers and hoping.
Oh, like for an AJ Brown stack?
I'd imagine you'd want to secure that kind of thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Oh, AJ Brown goes.
One of the Shields took him.
And then Brandon Ayuk goes to the same guy. He went AJ Brown, Brandon Ayuk. Kramer, you're on the clock. Are you taking quarterback here? You usually like to wait on your quarterbacks.
I do. But I also think if you wait past here, you're not getting a guy. And so, man, I'm going to reach on Lamar because what I do is I see the ADP and I always try to wait on Lamar and get cute with it. And I don't get him. I think he's all but locked up the 1 seed. So I will need a quarterback I will be taking a second quarterback who I anticipate playing wild card weekend.
Do I go Patty Mahomes, Ryan?
I mean, again, I think just from doing these, excuse me, I think the quarterback position is one where, you're basically taking a longer shot option very quickly. And so, yeah, I would take the quarterback at the top first. Build some teams with elite quarterbacks. My biggest takeaway from season long best ball is I didn't have enough teams with elite quarterbacks.
I feel like we had that conversation a couple.
It wasn't far off because I was right on the trash quarterbacks.
That's
a lot.
also true. Yeah.
So I just need to be more willing to reach on those basically reach on the elite quarterbacks, even if you don't believe it, because those premium stacks end up being valuable. Now you look at the Joe Burrow ones that were so easy to pull off, right? Chase Higgins and Burrow. Yeah. Like fuck Darrow. Those turned out to be a steaming pile of shit this year.
Well, Joe Burrow getting hurt. Yeah.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I still think I need to do more of those, more of Hurts, more of Allen, more of Mahomes.
So Patrick Mahomes goes to me. Then Brock Purdy, Devonta Smith, Stephon Diggs.
I guess you could have stacked with Devonta Smith.
Yeah.
Stacking still a thing. I don't know. I'd be curious to know if people in the chat have an opinion, if stacking is more valuable here. I'm going to say stacking is similarly valued. Roster construction more valuable. I think it's way easier to create a drawing dead lineup in this format.
Going Isaiah Pacheco, Ryan.
Oh, interesting.
A stack and knock out one of my running back positions. Dak Prescott goes to Andrew Robb. Andrew Robb. Do we get him like one of those giant 12-gallon bucket hats?
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, elite receivers. I think you know what from this for this build, we'll just think going a little heavy on the AFC, but I'm gonna secure the bag on this one. All right, so I'll end with the Tua Lamar will be my quarterbacks. I'm basically playing one of those makes the Super Bowl. And
so
now,
yeah, we got Andrew Rupp took Dak, you took Waddle, and then Josh Allen goes, James Cook goes, Tua goes, Andrew Robb back on the clock.
well, so I double stacked Tua and Tyreek Hill. It's part of the reason I took him.
Rashi Rice goes, who I would have probably taken had available. Are we going Mostert or Achan, Ryan?
Man, I would Mostert seems like the guy.
Okay.
That's how I'd answer that question.
Yeah. I'm going Mostert.
How do you like the draft format? Quick,
Yeah.
kind of easy to bang through them. I highly recommend. I can see myself firing these up during football. I could see myself firing these up during a escapade to the mall with one of the children. See how many drafts I can fire off, and look at you, 2 running backs and 2 quarterbacks, like a real boomer.
Yeah, I'm not doing very well on the.
My critique on you would be we're gonna need some pass catchers.
Yes.
Just like I'm gonna need some running backs at some point. And I do think there is something to the idea that in this format that the elite, like the Christian McCaffrey builds, become very interesting because that's your running back. You know, you can really focus on maybe playing a 2 running back build with that. And getting Amon-Ra St. Brown in the 5th round is probably the best steal. The steal of the draft so far.
Just went. Achan goes Gibbs. Amon-Ra St. Brown to start the 5th round. Tony Pollard goes. I'm on the clock. I need some pass catchers. Why not get a little stack? Give me Dallas Goedert. No receivers yet.
Yeah.
I feel all right though.
Pass catchers. It is nice that you're not forced into a tight end too, I think.
Yeah, because wait, so do you have to? It doesn't matter, right?
No, tight ends and receivers are the same thing.
DeAndre Swift goes. Kramer, you're on the clock. What are you doing here?
Again, we're gonna have to get sloppy on the other side. I'm just gonna continue to build correlation.
Zay Flowers. Yeah, he's interesting. So you like Zay over Odell, Rashad Bateman?
Oh, 100%. And I think, again, it come playoff time, got to have a time. I got to believe that Zay Flowers is going to be heavily involved. I mean, we saw it early in the year. It's kind of like we've gotten away from it. We've gotten more into just being a run first team. Likely's interesting. All right, so now it's staring me at the face, but I got to start.
Cooper Kupp goes. Matt Stafford, Kramer.
Yeah, I mean, there is a world where Detroit plays some home games in the playoffs. I need a running back. It does seem like Detroit's lot. I guess. What are the chances Detroit secures a bye?
Pretty unlikely.
Low,
I would say at this point. All right. What do we got here? Am I going? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna keep the quarterback stuff going, or sorry, the tight end stuff going. Give me Sam Laporta. Well, you laughing at my 12 personnel? Right?
No, it's very fitting that you first nut, you go 12 personnel.
Gabe Davis, Travis Etienne goes, Jerick McKinnon goes.
Jerick McKinnon was an interesting guy. He was definitely in the queue.
I considered him. Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence. I'm back on the clock. What am I doing here? I just need pass catchers. I'm gonna go. I am actually gonna take Odell. Seems to show up in prime time. And yeah,
Complimenting Odell. What has the world come to?
I think you don't think Lamar has a thing for Odell right now.
I think Odell is still a decent receiver. Who knows
7th round.
If you watch some of the film review stuff on, I mean, you guys are killing me.
Brandon Cooks goes.
I promise this is the last I'm no
Gus
more close.
Edwards, Ryan, you're all in on your Ravens.
All right, I got a double for the Ravens. I got a double for Miami. Maybe we'll see how this works out. Probably pigeonholing myself into NFC players from here on out
because you're so heavy on the AFC.
Mm-hmm. I want to have some bring back potential in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Right now, all I have is David Montgomery. I have some plans though. I think there's some guys on the outside looking in, or on the near the outside.
Gabe Davis, Kyron Williams goes. Kramer, you're back on the clock.
I was thinking about old Kyron Williams.
I'm surprised you didn't take Isaiah Likely. He is the touchdown machine.
Well, he's still there, and I am thinking, all right, well, last AFC guy.
He did take Isaiah Likely. Calvin Ridley is available. We're looking for an AFC pass catcher.
Well, I don't mind a projection where he misses.
Cowboy superfan Andrew takes Rico Dowdle.
What is this guy?
I'm going.
Commanders are so bad. You're doing Cowboy stuff.
I'm going Amari Cooper. He clearly has some chemistry with Joe Flacco.
They do seem like they're locked into the playoffs, right?
Yes. How many more picks do we get, Ryan?
Well, if you look at the board, we
2.
have 2 rounds.
Okay. Very quick drafts, very fun. Calvin Ridley goes. Dalton Kincaid goes.
So I have 4. I need more pass catchers.
Do I need a third running back? I only have Pacheco and Mostert.
I kind of speculated that I don't think you need one. Like I think a 2-2-6 build seems okay to me.
Okay.
Again, you have to start 1 running back. You have to start 2 pass catchers and a flex. You're most likely to have a better flex scenario with a pass catcher. Maybe it's more balanced if you go 3 and 5. I don't think you can make a wrong decision, but like our friend
Andrew Robb takes Jerome Ford.
All right, let's see.
I got 2 guys in my queue, Ryan. You're up on the clock here.
I know. I got 12
you got 2
seconds.
picks.
And this is the part where I don't think it really matters. You're speculating who might make the playoffs. Oh, my screen froze. I'm about to get auto drafted. Oh my God. Kill me now. It drafted Keaton Mitchell. We're doing another one.
Oh, well, drawing dead already.
That's unbelievable. I even had, I mean, again, I'm not going to say something negative, but I may have had someone in my queue. Not sure why it didn't happen.
Wow. Bummer, Ryan. Bummer.
Right. Oh, and now what the fuck is happening?
And now you take Alvin Kamara.
That's who I tried to take the last. That's who was in my queue. Double auto draft.
Puka Nacua, Khalil Shakir.
No, wait, I'm throwing this one out.
I'm going Rashad White. I think if the Bucks get in and win the NFC South, he is that perfect pass catching running back.
We have to run this back. This is a disaster.
Well, and these are super quick, so I think it would be fun to do 2 drafts regardless. All right, how are you thinking about your team? Right?
I love it up until the last 2 rounds. Get Keaton Mitchell off my team. Lamar to David Montgomery, Gus Edwards, Alvin Kamara, Tyreek Hill, Waddle, Flowers, likely. I'll compete with 9 roster spots.
I got Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes. I also have Isaiah Pacheco, Raheem Mostert, Rashad White, pass catchers Dallas Goedert, Sam Laporta, Odell Beckham Jr., Amari Cooper, Justin Watson.
All right, let's do another one.
Let's do another one, Ryan. While we're queuing up another Gauntlet, shout out to Game Time. Have you signed up with Game Time yet? What are you waiting for? Game Time, the perfect holiday gift. Give the sports fan in your life a great holiday gift, courtesy of Game Time. Get them some sweet game tickets. Use that promo code SGPN. Get $20 off. All you got to do is go to gametime.co or download the Game Time app. Use the promo code SGPN. And you got yourself covered. $20 off your first order on new accounts. Again, Game Time's great, man. Love Game Time. Flash deals, last minute tickets, easy to find and buy tickets for every kind of event in your area. image of the seat views, and the low price guarantee, event cancellation protection, job loss protection, etc. They got you covered. Game Time tickets make the perfect holiday gift. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code SGPN for $20 off your first purchase. Again, terms apply. Redeem the code SGPN for $20 off. And we're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NFL season with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, game lines, NFL, NBA. They got you covered. Use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. That's promo code SGPN. Hall of Fame Bets app or HOFBets.com. Love the parlay optimizer, the deep data button. They got you covered. Hall of Fame Bets. Kramer, how we doing?
I'm recycling the board. Hold on.
Kramer's
all right, we can bring
still
it up.
in.
We can bring it up.
We can bring what up?
Oh, that's me talking to Josh. We can bring the board back up.
Oh, okay. Board is back up.
Oh, maybe not. Oh, I totally fucked this up. I see what I did wrong. Very troubling behavior.
Yes.
So I was also, while you were talking, pulling up my best ball tickets.
Oh, okay.
I thought you'd be interested to find out that so we have a game left. So who knows? I could completely get right. Just the Lamar's garbage time run last night.
Yeah.
It cost me 3 tickets at least. I didn't even check the non-best ball mania stuff. I still have a couple tickets, Sean. Both were done during draft day. Is that impressive?
Yeah.
Hour 9 and 10 of draft day. Those tickets, those teams right now are sitting on a advanced ticket. So, and I want to say, let's see, 1, 2, 7. According to this, I was drafting with John Jackson and then Davis Pang. So maybe
Fellow Sharps,
we might have to have those guys back on. All right, is everyone ready, Sean?
I'm ready.
Have you shared your location?
Yeah. Well, I always share it. I don't know why. Sometimes it doesn't.
Got it. All right, I'm gonna poke my head in.
Okay.
All right, pop in.
Let's go.
4 spots, 3 spots.
Grip it and rip it.
Are you in?
I'm in.
2 spot, 3 spots. 2. All right, this time I'm not gonna screw up the 9th round.
Andrew Robb pointing out 3 of his 7 advancing right now are draft day drafts.
What do you think that seems more than just random, right? All the mental it could be the tuna
laser
salad
focus, right?
Andrew, were you also
eating?
Were you also eating tuna salad, Andrew? I think he might have also been standing with me in solidarity around tuna salad. And honestly, when I was advancing, before that run by Lamar Jackson, when I was advancing 5, 3, 2 more were from draft day. So hour 19, I think, and hour 5. So we'll see. I have a chance. I have some Eagles. What do
you think is your best scenario for advancing, Ryan?
Probably Tyler Lockett doing something, or Devonta Smith. Probably.
Okay. Yeah, I like Devonta Smith tonight.
Devonta Smith, the props I gave out on the Monday Night Prop Show may have had a little been influenced by me already knowing what I needed to kind of help me out. Also in FFPC best ball stuff.
Yes. Little wish casting, as they say in the business.
Little wish casting.
Okay.
Are we up? Oh, here we go.
We're locked and loaded. Kramer 1-1 overall. I'm in the 3 seed again.
I'll let this one auto draft for me because.
What do you mean?
I'm going to take McCaffrey.
Oh, okay.
I'm just setting up the board so the fine people on their couches.
Yes. YouTube.com/sportsgambling podcast. These are a great reason to be subscribed so you can see the layout of the draft board. All right, Ryan, what do we got here?
All right. Like I said, it's going to auto draft me McCaffrey, or I'm going to be really pissed. Has the draft started? Maybe I can not.
Are you where are you putting Keaton Mitchell in your queue so you make sure you get
Nope. I see everyone. Oh no, you can't see my screen anymore. I've already added McCaffrey to the queue. And see, I'm going to blame ETR for that.
Oh, okay.
Can we get a faster update, please? I pulled those rankings.
Throwing them under the bus. Ryan, how do
They're fucking nerds. Have a real time update. Not that hard.
How do I not take Jalen Hurts here?
Sean, you should do you. These are your teams.
I know.
What was your advance rate?
0.
So guys, if you want us to do best ball in the off season, send in your resume to be my co-host.
Yeah, I'm out
Sean's
on best
officially
ball.
out on best ball after having a 0% advance rate.
Well, I'm not taking.
Josh, can we get a graphic made for that? Can we have a best ball mania advance rate graphic made?
I'm not taking CeeDee Lamb, so give me Jalen Hurts. Deebo Samuel goes to Andrew Robb. Deebo is going to be good in these playoffs.
Do you? I still feel like these are like when the rubber meets the road. Is he? Maybe. I do think he's
those tunnel screens that they go out of their way to give him are really tough.
You just have to be willing to tackle.
Yeah,
you got to hit Deebo hard early.
Well, we haven't played him yet with our real defensive coordinator, Matt Patricia.
Oh wow, Sean, this is I. You know what? I'm gonna have to get
CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown.
Someone on the team is gonna have to go back and pull up some of the best things you've said about Matt Patricia.
Oh, I think he's been a very bad offensive coordinator. Tyreek Hill goes.
You've said more than that. I'd say.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, as a head coach, he was pretty bad. Lamar Jackson off the board. What are you gonna do, Ryan?
Oh no. I'm staring.
You're gonna go with the Brock Purdy stack?
I mean, again, I like I was saying, I think there is something to constructing the right type of roster, and I'd imagine, but based on ADP, would seem that maybe is a fairly popular thing to do.
Brandon Ayuk goes.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah, he's super popular now.
I also think passing on a pass catcher here makes the rest of the build.
Ooh. Stephon Diggs goes. What do I do here, Ryan? Do I take Travis Kelce?
You could.
Yeah, they're playing the first round.
That's true.
I mean, come on. Brock Purdy goes to Andrew Robb. So, there goes your stack,
see what
Ryan.
He did there? He sniped me.
Andrew's Brock hard. Kramer settles for Patrick Mahomes.
Well, this makes it easy because now, all right. So I've built a situation where I can go both ways.
Yeah, you like that.
I'm on both sides.
Situation where you can go both.
And then
ways.
I also can walk away with an elite pass catcher who I think is going to play multiple rounds in Amon-Ra St. Brown. So
Josh Allen goes, who I was considering taking here. Amon-Ra St. Brown goes to Ryan in the 3rd round. Wow, big difference from last draft.
Yeah,
where he slipped to the 5th round. I'm taking Devonta Smith with my stack. So I got Hurts, Kelce, Devonta Smith. I do like getting one of these Dolphins running backs, either Achane or Mostert. But ETR has them, or at least according to consensus ADP, Achane drafted higher than Mostert. I would have that switch the other way. I mean, I think both are good, but
so for me, the decision was between Kittle and Amon-Ra St. Brown, but if I get Purdy, I go Kittle probably.
Okay, Dak goes, Kittle goes, Tua goes, Achane goes. So Achane over Mostert. I don't know if I agree with
Baker is copying my team from the last, similar to my team.
Did you have Achane?
Did not have. I'd Waddle. So, but it was Tua, Lamar, Tyreek. Same structure.
Rashee Rice. I really do like Rashee Rice, especially if you have a Mahomes build. DeAndre Swift goes. Jalen Waddle available. James Cook just goes.
Waddle falling. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on the clock, Sean.
Yeah. Trying to debate.
Oh, it's just a no-brainer.
Waddle.
Oh, I think so. I think sometimes you just got to take the. I guess you're worried about him getting knocked out, or like the Miami fear for me when I'm clicking a Miami player is like, oh, one and done. I've seen this story before.
Yeah.
But to me, to your point on like the Rams, that it's the same conversation for 4 rounds later, where it's like, well, if it hits and you get 2 games out of this guy, maybe he carries you into a situation. Do we know?
Raheem Mostert goes to Andrew Robb.
Do we know about Pacheco? How long he's out?
I think he's okay. I think he's going to be back next week, if I had to guess.
Okay.
But that's not it's off the top of my head. Rashee Rice goes, Pacheco goes.
So I just slid in a nice Kansas City stack.
Yeah.
MBD. Feeling much better about this lineup.
Because it doesn't have Keaton Mitchell.
Almost happy that Andrew sniped Brock Purdy from me. He does have Debo Samuel, so I understand. Still didn't like it. Not a good look for him.
Dallas Goddard
Oh,
goes.
now he's going after you.
That's fine. I'm gonna take Sam Laporta. I mean, the 9 touchdowns so far this season, very appetizing.
Is he Italian? How come he's not getting caught up in the Italian wave? Hey, Laporta.
Hey, Laporta.
Maybe it's not. It's Portuguese, probably.
David Montgomery or Jahmyr Gibbs, Ryan? Jahmyr Gibbs just got drafted. Who would you rather have in the playoffs? Gibbs is exciting, but I
just feel like I know Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Why did he pay David Montgomery all that money
He's
for the
pound.
playoffs? Yeah.
Isaiah Likely goes. Certainly like him.
What else are we thinking about at this position? Do you have 2 quarterbacks?
No, just one. Maybe I get a second quarterback.
Well, if you don't think the Eagles are going to have the bye, I guess you can roll the dice with single quarterback. You're on the clock.
Yeah, I'll go David Montgomery. Although I'm a little NFC heavy right now. Although I have 2 pass catchers that.
All right, so I do think this is a good opportunity to back in. Let's see.
So Zay Flowers goes, Trevor Lawrence, Gabe Davis, all off the board.
I can back into a second quarterback.
Oh, you took Jared Goff. I was considering.
Also a stack. And then, oh man. This is where I get to the draft and I'm just like, I don't really have an opinion on any of these guys. So I'm just going to box the Kansas City running backs. I wonder how many people are going to.
Where are we at with Gus Edwards, Ryan?
Oh, I love him.
Especially now that
if I wasn't building I love Gus Edwards is the guy. Yeah. He's been the guy all year. He's having a great year, a lot of touchdowns. This is honestly, I'm sad I'm not on him more in best ball. It's embarrassing to me that this is the year that he goes off and I'm somehow, I mean, I'm still overweight. I'm guessing my best ball mania was like 10 to 15%, but why was that not 25% when he was so cheap? I mean, how many touchdowns does he have?
Yeah, the Gus bus.
This was the culmination.
Get on the Gus bus. All right, so let's see. I got 3 more picks left.
So now I think I need to go higher upside pass catcher.
Calvin Ridley goes. Cooper Kupp off the board. Jake Ferguson. Chuck Mazing is on the clock.
That's pretty awesome.
I'm gonna go Kyron Williams. I mean, he's been a beasting lately.
I like that pick. I don't need a running back though. I'm at the point where I'm only looking at pass catchers.
Andrew Robb on the clock.
Again, this part of the draft, it's just like you just have to have an opinion on.
Gainwell goes. I don't like that pick from Andrew. If I'm being honest, Gainwell, I don't know, seemed to be kind of working himself out of favor a little bit. Ryan Baker in the 6th spot. Jamison Williams goes to Kramer. Oh, interesting. With your golf stack there.
Yeah, that's the point. And then
Kramer back on the clock.
I'm just, yeah, you know what?
To kick off the 9th round, Justin Watson goes, adding to your Chiefs stack. I mean, I would go Kelsey, Rashee Rice, Justin Watson of pass catchers.
Tony after that.
Yeah. I'm taking Jamar Chase. I know he's got the AC joint sprain, but man, him coming back. Maybe T Higgins is the play. I don't know. Is that crazy, Ryan?
I was just about to pull up the make miss playoff odds because I think some of it is just like, yeah, what is the where are you on if they're making the playoffs or not? If you think they're in, I think this is the time to say, oh, okay, Well, that's an elite talent. Even if it's for a single round, you probably don't want to. It's better. There's probably a better value than overstacking. All right, so Bengals to make playoffs plus 200. Yes, so 33% that they make the playoffs.
It's Kramer. I got a quarterback, 3 running backs, 5 pass catchers. Do I get another quarterback here in the 10th?
If you like it, if not, go pass catcher and say fuck it, YOLO with your boy.
All right, give me Mike Evans. I mean, Bengals, Tampa Bay get into the playoffs. I could have a nice run here. I like this team. Very interesting.
Am I on the clock? Yes.
Yes, you're on the clock.
Right, you know what? Here's a fun one.
All right, draft is over.
Mr. Irrelevant for me, Justin Jefferson. They're like even money to make the playoffs. So to get a Justin Jefferson game, and it could be a bring back for the Lions. That could be a first round matchup.
Kramer, here's my team. Jalen Hurts is at quarterback. David Montgomery, Gus Edwards, Kyron Williams at running backs. Pass catchers, diverse group here.
Oh wow!
Travis Kelce, Devonta Smith, Jalen Waddle, Sam Laporta, Jamar Chase, Mike Evans. So I got like some higher seed, some lower seed, AFC, NFC. I like the balance on this team, honestly.
And they are saying that diversity points matter this year. Pulling up my team so I can read it off. All right. For me, we got Patty Mahomes and Jared Goff with McCaffrey, Pacheco, and McKinnon. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Rashee Rice, Jameson Williams, Justin Watson, Justin Jefferson, and that's that. I like this. This squad is a winner. This squad's a winner.
Guaranteeing it, Ryan?
Yeah. I'm doing some math. It does seem like even with my horrible Dan Jones exposure that everyone made fun of me with, and I clearly got it wrong. Clearly got a lot of things wrong.
Takes a big man to admit that, Ryan.
Advance rate, not just right at the normal, like the basic advance rate that everyone should expect. Gonna get murdered and probably be down to a couple tickets after this weekend. And still, it seems like I'm on a path to breaking even, coming very, a couple things swing my way here. I thought, shout out to the high stakes stuff. I'm doing more of that last year or next year.
Baller.
And if Herbert doesn't go down,
look out,
Sean. There are some things that occurred in the last couple of weeks.
I mean, it has been a crazy weekend for
the CJ Stroud thing is killer. He was on maybe half my teams that advanced.
No, and losing him, I mean, it would have been
soft. Such
a perfect matchup for this week against the Titans too. That Titans defense
and the receivers that go out, because I was heavy on Nico Collins. We were touting Nico. We remember when Nico Collins was like a 15 rounder.
Yeah, Ryan, go pretty far back on that. Of course, get in on the action. Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. Get in some drafts. Tweet us at some of your drafts. Always like you guys send in the pick'ems as well. That's fun. Again, get that 100% deposit match up to $100. Kramer, we're going to be back later on this afternoon before Monday Night Football. If you're watching live over on YouTube.com/Sports Gaming Podcast, more college football bowl picks. Colby's favorite.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling
Forcing
Podcast.
Colby to pick college bowl games is really one of the perks of running the show here at SGPN, Ryan. Like making him break down college football bowl games.
Just listening to him,
the vitriol in his voice is so good.
To pull back the curtain after Colby recorded the last episode of his show where they broke down college football bowl games. He almost had like a pep talk with his guys. Like, so this is the worst episode every year, guys. Don't worry. I don't get it. It's still football. You can still bet on it.
Yes,
and
that's
guess
all
what?
I need.
Don't you love when the scrappy walk-ons get to play?
Oh, and I love when UCLA got that win.
Yeah, the best part is how Colby's been comically wrong on some of his players being outtakes.
Well, because that's the problem. Colby's too close to the situation. That's why you need like a TMZ college football guy like me to come in, swoop up some value.
If you want to have fun.
I mean, both my locks hit UCLA and Montana when we gave it out at +1.5.
If you want to have some fun, hit up Colby and ask him why he's not getting his college bowl picks right.
Oh God, yes, please. Act the Colby D. Go, man. Feel like you're a little off on these college football bowl games.
Oh my God, dude! I just looked at the sheet for the show. There's so many games we're talking about. All right,
we got a lot to get to, Ryan.
This might be part 2 and part 3.
So you got to smash that subscribe button.
We might have to cancel some games.
Stay tuned.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
My God.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green. He's Ryan.
It's like 23 games here.
Kramer, let it ride.